rum was warm, the ice was gone, and the radio was low.
Hey, can you guys?
She was dancing by
hear
the
that fan
window
on the mic?
Yeah.
in the
It always
amber
is.
afterglow of a sunset that was leaving like a lover ought to go.
Kyle went to Vegas. The Burns brothers went home to Michigan, and somewhere in between, JB came home with the story he won't stop telling. Tonight, what happens in Vegas gets said out loud in the garage in Wake Forest. Tom fact checks his own brother in real time when we find out what a victory up north actually means. This is 15 Friends. Everybody take a seat.
Episode 12, boys. We're at a dozen. Woohoo!
Nice.
Burns boys, welcome.
We're back.
Yep. Thanks for having us.
It's good to have you back, Tommy.
I know. It's the second time around.
Hell yeah, man. You're always so much fun on the microphone. We'll get to Jeremy's accomplishments here in a moment, but it seems like when you guys have come back, the Michigan accent's a little thicker.
Oh yeah.
Good trip home, boys?
Oh yeah. Always
Awesome.
is. Come back needing another vacation from that one though.
Where exactly do you guys go? What's the spot?
Yeah, we usually go like midway up in Michigan. We can get the Michigan map out and put you right up in the middle of the mitten.
Middle of the mitten.
Yep. So right this Gaylord is where we went this last time around.
Gaylord?
Gaylord.
Hethod Lord. Kyle, hey buddy.
Hello there, everyone.
We missed you on the last one.
I know you've missed me on the
There's a
last like
couple.
2.
Yeah.
I stopped counting it. The last one.
Yeah, I know.
Good to see you, bud. Freshly
Great.
shaven.
Yep, freshly shaven again. Getting on the nice end of summer. Try to keep it clean. And then when we move into fall and winter, then I'll grow it all back, so I'll stay nice and cozy.
Mm. Oh, you don't want the weird beard tan? Gotcha. Beard, yeah.
No,
Beard's weird, man.
no weird beard tans over here.
So tonight's episode is called Our Friends Be Trippin'. We got
like it.
and noticeably
Get
noticeably missing tonight is the sultry, smooth, soulful sounds of Norm Turner, who bagged us last minute. Meow, meow.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Oh, maybe you could pretend to be Norm for an episode. That'd be great.
Hey, man. I
hear
just had to come here real quick.
Let's hear some singing real quick.
Hello, my friends out there in the pod world.
All right, Norm, you're out, dude. Stay home, bro.
I had to stay home listening to some Jermaine Taylor.
Outstanding. So tonight we're going to focus on these boys returning home from 2 big trips. We're going to start off with Kyle Pierce, who just got home from none other than the Las Vegas, where most things stay out there, as we all well know. Kyle, man, give us a rundown, buddy.
A rundown of the quick trip to Vegas. One of the quicker ones that I've taken. It was a blast, though. Saw a lot, remained sober. So it was actually much weirder than any other trip to Vegas that I've ever had because I remember everything. Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Why were you out there?
We're
What
out
was
there
the reason?
for our friend's 40th birthday. Our friends from Colorado.
Mm.
And so went out there to have a big family get together, and just flew out on a late night flight on Friday, right after work. After layover and some delayed flights, finally got to the hotel and in bed around 1 a.m. Vegas time. So it was about 4 a.m. our time when
That's when
we had been
Jeremy
up
used to
since
just
6
get
a.m.
going.
Yeah. So took a little power nap and then got up. And when all the friends got in the next morning, I really like to screw with my friend Becky, like a lot. Just anything I can do to mess with her, I do. So I saw that she was in her Uber on the way to the hotel, and she pulled into the MGM Grand. We were at the Park MGM at the time. And so I messaged her and I said, "Hey, Becky, you're at the wrong hotel. We're at the Park MGM." And it took a lot of convincing. She's like, "No, we're not, Kyle. We're all staying at the MGM. You know that." And I'm like, "No, seriously, we're at the Park MGM right now." She's like, "No, you're not. I already went through the booking with you. You're at MGM Grand." I'm like, "No, actually, seriously, I'm at the Park MGM. We booked the wrong hotel."
You all did.
We did.
How did you end up in a room?
What's the difference?
It nothing. I mean, it's literally across the street. So it's like it's right next to New York. So it's like Park MGM, New York, and then across the strip is the MGM Grand.
Park MGM used to be less riffraff. There was no smoking.
It still is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
Still no smoking.
Oh,
A
good
little
for
bit more
you.
adult
Out.
Yes.
friendly.
Yeah, but it so it ended up kind of being a happy accident because it was not as bad of a walk as we were kind of figuring it was going to be. We were outside for a total of like 3 minutes both ways because it's like a minute and a half maybe to cross the street to New York, and then to cross the strip on the bridge. So with it being 112 degrees at all time, it was kind of nice.
That MGM Grand Uber drop off is like the most sad introduction to Las Vegas. Like they drop you under the building, and then you walk by like Starbucks and go up an escalator, and then you finally hit like the lobby. But like you think of Vegas, and like rolling into the lobby, and it's this big grand entrance. No, they drop you in the butthole of that building.
Exactly.
And then you
100%.
have to go upstairs to realize you're in Vegas. You could be in San Antonio for the
Yeah.
first 15 minutes.
No, it was actually funny though that you mentioned the not smoking in the Park MGM. So because we now live in a world where it's no smoking. So we were at the Park MGM, then we go across, and I wasn't really paying attention, but then we get to the MGM, and I just look over, and there's a guy in the lobby, and he just lights a dart, and my immediate reaction was like, "What are you doing, dude?" And then next thought, like 5 seconds later, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're in Vegas. Never mind, that didn't count here."
Can I just say that, like, if buildings are going to have buttholes, those buildings are going to be in Las Vegas?
Yes. And those buttholes have been abused. Abused.
A lot of drop-offs there.
I think I'm the only one that has zero Vegas experience in this room, so I've
Really?
got nothing to add.
Jeff's so quiet on this
Dude,
segment.
but dude, it has changed a
All
lot.
right,
I know
all right,
it's
so
been a while.
Get into the good stuff. Come on, give us some highlights, brother.
All right, highlights. I did try to keep everyone else drinking at all times. It was not that hard. So everyone had a great time. I mean, I had a wonderful time, even staying sober. Like, it was fun. I still got out there and
Do they have limeritas in Vegas?
man, they didn't. I actually did check just for old time's sake. Looked around everywhere and they didn't have any. So I wouldn't have been, in my element anyway.
That's why he stayed sober.
That's basically why I stayed sober. Also, the fact that a 3-finger pour of Cab Saw from a box was $18.
Ooh.
So that's always fun.
So it sounds like Tony stayed sober.
I tried my damnedest. But I will say that we saw a lot of really cool stuff. There were a couple people from the party who had not been to Vegas before. So we did like just the touristy stuff, saw the Bellagio fountain show.
Spearmint Rhino.
I wish. I was trying to get a Spearmint Rhino visit in there. I know. Sorry, Jeremy. Again, let
Jeremy,
you down
look
there, bud.
so disappointed.
But we, and a lot's changed. The new Hard Rock Hotel coming up is going to be amazing.
Really?
It's just a huge guitar skyscraper. Just lots of wonderful things. And then I ate just a crap ton of amazing food. It's not like pretty much every other trip to Vegas I've had where it's like you eat at 7-Eleven to save some cash. You go and you have one of the buffets and it's all just garbage food. No, we went to like nice places. Like
Yeah.
I think even John would have been happy with our selections of food.
It's doubtful.
Yeah,
No chance.
don't speak. Don't.
Okay, well,
Sounds,
hey,
sounds like
doubt
you
it.
sounds like you adulted very well. In
We
Vegas.
did,
I'm
we
like
did.
waiting on
the debauchery.
yeah, like this. Chick
No,
was
the best
rubbing her-
debauchery. The best
Yeah.
debauchery was actually at our brunch the first day on Saturday. It was a place called Lavo in Venetian that we went to.
Work
And
there.
You worked there at Lavo?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's part of Tao.
Yeah. So they had a brunch, all you could eat, $65 a person, and it was a large group of us, and so we just had little bits of everything. They brought everything to us that was on the menu, but the best part was it was 2-hour time limit, unlimited mimosas. And
What was the best thing you ate on the brunch?
oh man, there was tuna tartare. There was some really, really good. Oh, dude, the salmon that they had, it was like a ceviche salmon.
They have lobster.
No, they did not have lobster. You could have ordered
Ooh.
that. But I honestly, like, everything was amazing. It was all like some of the best food I've ever had in my life. Even like there was a truffle pizza. Never thought I'd have a truffle pizza, and it was fantastic. But the 3 people who indulged in the bottomless mimosas, they pounded 7 bottles in that 2-hour span.
It's a good
And,
run. That's a good
it was a
run.
very good
How was
run.
the rest of the day for them?
Our friend Brian, he went home, or he went back to the hotel, and he took a large, a pretty decent nap, and then had a little bit of fun with the lady, and doesn't really remember it. So that's good for him. And then Tony was, she got a decent healthy buzz, but then she was able to wear it off. It's really easy to get your buzz knocked out of you in 112-degree heat walking around.
Hell yeah.
You're just basically just sauna as you walk. And then let's see, had dinner one night at this executive chef's like Asian Korean fusion restaurant called Best Friend, and that was a really good one also. But there was a lot of time at the pool for the ladies. Unfortunately, I did not get time off approved, so I was actually working from the hotel in the daytime.
What?
Yeah, I know. Well, unfortunately, my boss left the company, and then my boss's boss went out on emergency family leave, so there was no one to approve my time off. But
Sounds approved to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and it
sounds like
kind of was.
Nobody to approve it?
I didn't hear a no.
Possession's 9/10 of the law.
It's
I'm
true.
taking
He
my time.
approved it before he left. I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly. No, but so Monday I was supposed to work, and I worked like a fair amount, but not anything crazy. But then on Tuesday I was going to work from the airport because we were just traveling all day, and I just couldn't get my laptop to work for some magic reason.
Oh no.
Kyle,
Weird.
You should get an award. I've never heard somebody recap Vegas in such detail. Anytime somebody's ever asked me about Vegas, it was a three word stops. I think it was all right.
I left with less than I showed up with.
Yeah, dude. Well, and that
I don't know
again-
where this tattoo came from, and I don't know about this bruise on my thigh.
And apparently I'm married.
Dude, we went to the Pinball Hall of Fame. Didn't know that was a thing. It was amazing. Got to see all the pinball machines throughout the years. That was super cool. But I feel the same way, Tom. That I don't think I've ever experienced Vegas like that.
Can you gamble on pinball?
Oh,
You'd find a way.
Yeah, you would definitely find a way.
Guess that's
Yeah,
why I
talk
haven't
about
been
some
there.
gambling. How'd we do on gambling tables?
Gambling, it was a pretty good run. Actually, we introduced Andrew to some over the interwebs gambling as he wanted us to put 20 of his own dollars on black. So we let it ride, and he won. So big winner, Andrew. On
That's
on
how
some roulette.
degenerates get started.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was funny. We're like trying to explain to him like how
See you on the
gambling
other
works.
side, Andrew.
Yeah. He was like, "Wow, so I won $40." It's like, no, you won 20.
Yeah.
You had to spend 20 to get that 40.
You'll be
Just give
sidled
Andrew
up
my
to the-
number. He's ready to go meet the Keno.
Got to get him that
Michelle.
shaggin'
He'll be at
wagon.
the Keno
And then he'll be in
machine.
Vegas with
Yes,
the shaggin' wagon.
Yes, he needs the shaggin' wagon.
You're
for sure.
basically homeschooling at that point.
Yes, 100%.
Did
dude.
you get any NFL futures in or anything in? Like, did you go in the sports book and really? get
No,
after it?
I actually at one point I tried to peel off and go to the sports book, but it was when it was closed. I didn't realize at the time. But other than that, I kind of just stuck with everyone. We just did a lot of walk around, had a lot of just trying to see everything that we could and remember. Tony did the Friends experience with her 2 girlfriends, so that was
What's
really
that?
cool.
Yeah, what's that mean in Vegas?
So yeah,
I mean, I think I know what it means, but I don't think you know what it means.
yeah. It was an abandoned hotel room, and
Oh, okay, we're off to a good start.
No, that's
Oh,
here
we're
we
talking.
go.
We're talking the
Continue.
same thing then.
Yeah, keep going.
At
Keep going.
Motel 6, 2 blocks off the strip.
exactly.
Everyone, close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Yes, yes. No, just the actual Friends television show. It was the experience where they had the actual props, artifacts from the show all set up, so you could go experience it and get pictures and stuff. And that's Tony's favorite show. So
Is Aniston getting checks behind that?
what?
Is Aniston getting checks behind that? Still?
Probably. Oh, guaranteed. They all are. I got to hear stories about Friends that I didn't even know, and it's like, okay, that's great.
How do you think Ross is living?
Dude, off royalties, none of them ever have to work again, ever.
No.
But yeah, I mean, before this, my normal story from Vegas would be, well, I flew in on a Friday night, didn't have a hotel, so I had to just stay up, then checked into my hotel on Saturday and got a little bit of sleep, and then stayed out all Saturday, and then had to check out on Sunday morning, and my flight wasn't until Monday afternoon. That's pretty much how typical Vegas trips would be with
You're-
a bunch of bartenders.
You're reminding me. So last year, I guess it was last year, I went on a work trip to Vegas, and I went with a coworker. I went to a conference, and I had been to Vegas a number of times. All kind of how Tom described it. Like, yep, went in, semi blackout, then left, and I remember when I got home. And I went with a pregnant coworker, and God love her, she's not that much fun when she's not pregnant. And we stayed at the MGM Grand, did this conference thing, whatever. It was the most PG, like in bed by 11 Vegas trip I'd ever done. I'm never doing it again, because you can do that anywhere. The feeling when you're in Vegas of not doing the stuff that you know is right there at your fingertips, but you're not grabbing it, is worse than doing it.
Especially to
hurting.
the guy who has the biggest FOMO problem.
Yes, for sure. FOMO Derek would
I am
have.
in a restaurant, like eating by myself. I'm like, there's crazy things happening, like near me, and I'm not a part of it. It's awful. I mean, I went to the gym every day. It was the worst Vegas trip. I'd rather not go.
Well, that's why I can tell there's definitely some judgment coming behind those ruby red sunglasses from Derek for my trip.
Yeah, I feel like you may have gone with like Mennonites. This does not sound like the kind of Vegas trip I'd want to.
It's been 20 years since I've been to Vegas, and I'm itching to go back. I really am. I want to go back. I want to lay some sports bets down. I want to hang out in a pool where chicks got their tops off, and I want to see a giant screen of, like the Buffalo Bills versus the LA Rams on a giant screen above a pool, all that stuff. I want to experience the new modern Vegas. I want to see the Sphere, check out a new show, all those things. The last time I was in Vegas, over 20 years ago, my highlight was twofold. One,
the mob was still running.
one, Kelly and I took a picture in front of the Bellagio fountains.
So cute.
And it was so cute. And 13 seconds after we took the photo, she fainted.
She's like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this guy.
Yeah, we were newly married. And then my second story is walking down the sidewalks of Vegas, which Derek didn't realize that was still a thing. There was a guy holding up a sign, and the sign said, "Kick me in the balls for $10. Film it for 20."
Oh, yeah, that's Rick.
JB, do you want to explain yourself?
That was
what were you doing back then?
Jeremy's old roommate.
Yeah.
Oh, so Vegas is an interesting place. Who else wants to chime in?
My wife and I celebrated our first anniversary in Vegas. We got remarried by Elvis at one of those amazing little Elvis chapels.
You all did that sort of thing?
Yeah,
that thing?
Yeah,
Cool.
year out. We renewed our vows with the king.
Nice.
Got a hunk of burning love.
Jeremy's got too many stories to about Vegas to chime in here.
That's a whole pod, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
we do. I think we do
It's
like
a mini-series.
The 9 Lives of Jeremy Burns pod.
You guys-
but you could give us some high level stuff.
You guys touched on it a little bit when we were talking about the MGM Grand, the grand entrance by the Lion. The very first time I was in Vegas, I think it was probably 2007 or 8, Ashley and I flew out there, and we didn't know what we were doing. And Jeremy was like, "All right, I'll meet you over there." Clearly, he hadn't been to bed yet. He just left work. He meets us over there by the Lion at MGM and gives us some UFC tickets. And he's like, "All right, meet me at the club tonight." That was an experience in its own.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I've been to Tao. I understand that experience.
Yeah, well, it was nice going there because when you didn't have to pay for anything,
Yeah, that's
and
the way.
they open up the red rope for you, and they just give you a bunch of drink coupons, and you go up to the VIP booth, and then shortly thereafter, I see Jeremy walk by with Phil Ivey. Then I see Jeremy
Wow.
walk by with Sean Marion, the basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
It was like one after another. I'm like, what the heck's going on around here?
Just friends of mine.
Was your job to escort?
Yeah,
he
so
was, he was
high
an
rollers?
escort. Yes, he was an
Yeah,
escort on the
so-
strip.
Well, I mean,
we did VIP security for like the celebrities or whatever they were. They
Yeah.
would come in and I always talk about this. I will tell a couple stories. I can't tell you very many, but most of those people are the coolest people you'll ever meet in your life. my daughter was listening to a Mariah Carey song, I don't know, the other day. She's hands down the worst human being I've ever met in
Wow.
my life. Just
Wow.
the way she treated people. And you would think
Shocker.
like Eddie Murphy came in, you know, maybe I had a preconceived notion that he was just going to be a hard ass. That's his roles or whatever. Like, and he was the nicest guy in the world and loved being there, loved talking to people, you know, people taking his picture and everything. And he was just super nice. So a lot of those people, man, I work with, I call back to my parents in the morning when I got out of work, and I'd be like, hey, watch TMZ tonight. We're on it, you know, with Paris Hilton or, you know, whatever the case
Wow.
may be. So it was fun while it lasted, kind of deal.
Do you?
Go ahead.
No, you.
I have a great Vegas story. You made me think of it with Eddie Murphy. So we are at Luxor. It's a high class joint, and my buddy and I are out there for work, and we're staying there. And so we go to this nightclub, and we're in the nightclub or whatever in Luxor, and then we're going to walk out, and my buddy's walking in front of me, and this big security guy just like 2-hand shoves my boy way wide of this little, like, what I've now figured out is a circle of people dancing. And it's just 2 people dancing. It's Eddie Murphy and a woman. And there's security all around him. And my buddy stops, looks over the security guy and goes, "Oh man, it's Donkey." Loud enough for Eddie to hear it. And Eddie did not seem to appreciate it. That was it. Not Axel Foley. Donkey.
Oh, that's great.
I also had a guy get fired in Vegas one time. So that same that trip, the week before, I had a team at Luxor staying there, and we had a kid who was hired. Our client forced us to hire this kid to go on this national tour, and my buddy, the guy I'm talking about, was running that tour. He calls me in the middle of the night, and this kid had been a problem from the first second, and goes, "Guess who's in jail?" I'm like, "Sweet." So kid ended up, when they went to town, my buddy Jordan sat this kid down and said, "You can do anything you want in this town. Do not F up in this hotel. Our rooms are comped. This is where we're staying. This is where our event is. Be cool." Sure as heck, he sat in the bar and got into like a bargaining situation with a prostitute. And ends up getting thrown out of the hotel, tries to sneak back in and get his stuff. Cops are like, "Nope," so they take him out of there.
Clearly, he didn't get a deal.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Bad negotiator.
apparently the cop said to my buddy Jordan, "You know how hard it is to get arrested in this town? Like, we don't want to deal with you. We want to send you on your way." Anyway, kid gets arrested. I get the call, and my buddy goes, "What do I do?" I said, "Well, whenever he gets out of jail, he's obviously fired. I have one requirement. He goes home. He lived in D.C., so we're in Vegas. He goes home on a Greyhound bus, and that bus has to stop in El Paso, Texas. That's my only requirement. I want this trip to be so long and so terrible. It maybe teaches him a lesson." But the worst part was, we fire him. He's on that bus going home, and his mom, our client, is flying in to meet me in Vegas. She spent 2 days telling me about her travails as a parent trying to keep this kid from like ending up in prison. It was horrible.
When Kelly fainted, she woke up to a paramedic, like, you know, in the area. He came over and was like checking her out, and he looked at me and he goes, you know what happened?" I go, "What happened?" He goes, "It was the Las Vegas flu." I was like, "What's that?" He goes, "She needed to drink more water today." And she said, "You're at altitude," and she's a lot more dehydrated than she realizes. So, yeah.
Do they still do free drinks while you're gambling out there? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, as long as you're at the slots or like at a machine or like or at a table doing something, yeah. But if you like just walk up to the bar and pretend to put your money in and stand there, no, you'll get a nice little tab.
20 years ago, they were pretty loose with it. And my buddy that we took out there for the first time, he was like, didn't understand how people just kept bringing me drinks. So I was like, "Dude, if you're playing, you're getting free drinks." And he goes, "You're kidding me." He looked at me like I had 2 heads. So you instantly see him put a $10 bill in there and a penny slot and waves down the waitress. And he says, "Ma'am, fetch me a Grand Marnier. I've got 10,000 credits in here. I'm going to be here for a bit."
my god.
Oh, that's awesome. See, that's what I wanted to hear, man.
Yes.
Shit like that. Did you guys do a show or anything? Did you guys?
We did a R-rated magic show,
Yeah.
and
okay,
that
elaborate.
was
Could we-
hilarious.
Could we have started there?
Yeah, so honestly, I mean, we did so much that
Yeah.
I guarantee there's other things that I'm forgetting that we did while we were there. Yeah, the R-rated magic show, small little club, sat 50 people maybe inside, and this guy gets on the stage. It's more just like a comedy show. It just had some magic elements, but I mean, this was magic that Charlie Joe can do. It was mainly just a bunch of naked, but like he pulls out a coloring book and he's like, this is a coloring book I had when I was little, and it's like, I never filled in the pages, but I used my imagination, and magically, and then it turned to colored pictures. And he's like, yeah. And then we're like, oh, yeah, that's so cool. And he's like, but then I got a little bit older, and then he'd like flip it around. And then all of a sudden it was like, Playboy magazine coming out of it all sort of. And then it's like all the women. He's like, and then, no, I don't want to leave all the ladies out. So just folds it off again. And it's a bunch of naked dudes.
Yeah.
That's where you got excited.
Yeah, exactly. And,
you looked over and
Bravo!
Rob T. Car
Bravo!
Yeah,
he was there.
he
all of
actually
a
was
sudden.
there. But then the rest of it was just you were just laughing your ass off the whole time. It was a bunch of dildos like coming out of nowhere. He brought some blow up dolls out on the stage.
Yeah.
Brought people up on the stage.
He was kind of like a R-rated Carrot Top.
basic,
prop
yeah,
a little bit
kind
of a prop comic.
Yeah, but it was really cool. But I mean, some of the magic tricks were legit magic tricks, or even I was just like, how the hell did he do that one? But yeah, the majority of them were just really stupid parlor tricks that was just surrounding the fact that he had to get some new dildo out there.
You did more in a weekend than I did living out there for 4 years.
I'm telling you, man, it was nonstop. Like, we just kept going and doing stuff.
I lived a different life out there.
I think about that, Jeremy, when I fly over that place and I like see how big it is in terms of residential, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of people that actually just live here and call this place home, and I'm like, they either work there or like, it's like
I was talking to a guy, my Uber driver in Wilmington a couple weeks ago. He's from Vegas, and the people that live outside the strip or work outside the strip, they love it there.
yeah.
They love it there. But I never got to experience it. I lived off the strip, but I mean, we were just going down there for work, 3-4 nights a week. And then part of our deal was we had to go to different clubs on our off days kind of deal. But they would just call you and say, hey, you got a $10,000 table at, Body English and Hard Rock. Like, take some of the work folks out there. So it was, your off days weren't even off days.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, off the strip is Phoenix, essentially.
Yep.
Like my roommate at Arizona State was a Vegas kid. And but he's like, I think I've only been to the strip like 3 times in my whole life.
Yeah.
Our biggest argument was over the air conditioning, because he was used to the heat, and I would like turn it down to 59, and then he would turn it up to like 82 when I was out. And our room was like the size of a fairly large bathroom. And I ended up one night, I had too much to drink. I turned it down to 59, took a golf club and knocked it off the wall. Like, that's where it's staying.
That's fair. I recently caught up with one of my old roommates from Vegas. He's in Nashville now, and he says Nashville is the same way. Like, you don't go to the strip if you live or Broadway when you live around there. He's like, if people come into town, you take them down there and you do the thing with them, kind of thing. But he's like, nah, I'd never go down there. I have no business down there.
Yeah, when we lived up in Washington, D.C., my dad was stationed in the Pentagon, and like we would go down to the Washington Mall and see the museums and everything like once every 3 years. And and like when you move away from there, you're like, should have gone to should have done that more. So
Well, Vegas is such a weird world too, because if you're VIP, if you have like the proper credentials, know the right folks, to Tom's point, like Vegas is fantastic, but you can drop $3,000-$4,000 on drinks and playing a little blackjack in a quick night. I had a work thing out there one time at Tao Beach. We had an event. Funny story. So we built a stage over the pool at Tao Beach, over half of it, and Linkin Park came and played like 3 songs. I think it was in anticipation of like the MTV Video Music Awards or something. And I'm there at 2 a.m. with my client, and we're trying to we have this product from Mountain Dew. We were trying to make the water look orange. So we're putting these lenses over the lights, and the guy's in there and he's putting it in, and my client's real persnickety, and she's just not having it. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to do this, but you're about to see me in my drawers. Like, I'm about to change our relationship. She's like, I don't care. Get it done. So I'm like, all right, strip down to my skivvies, jump in the pool. I was in the pool for maybe 30 minutes. We finally get the water to look orange, get out of there. Next night, we're having the event. I had a buddy who lived off strip in Vegas and had a buddy in town. And I was like, yeah, I'll put you guys on the list. Come on up. He comes up. We're standing in one of those like VIP roped off cabanas. We got a girl in lingerie pouring champagne. And he's like, this is work? I was like, buddy, 24 hours ago, I was in that pool in my underwear. Like, this is the good part. But yeah, Vegas is an odd place. And I remember riding home on a plane one time to Atlanta when I lived there. And the guy was like, when did we all sign the memo that it was cool to charge me like $25 for a cocktail?
Yeah, something
It's
changed
kind of like
over
New
there.
York, right? Like, you go to like high-end New York, it's the same thing. It's like everything's just obscene, or Live Nation venues.
Yes.
So Kyle, take us home. You did, from what I understand, you used to do Vegas a decent amount in your 20s.
Yes.
And you've returned now as a
responsible
dad.
adult.
Yep. So for the folks that would be curious about going out there now, man, what's up?
Man, I mean, that's coming at it from two different sides. I mean, if you still are looking to really party, there's many, many more places than there used to be to go find a good time. And it's beautiful out there. The people watching is always at a premium.
Yeah, next
Doesn't
level.
matter why you're out there. Doesn't matter where you're going. Just take a look around. You're bound to see all sorts of walks of life, and or maybe aliens walking around. You have no idea for the most part. But as going out there and actually just enjoying the moment and being present, it was kind of like a newfound respect for it. Just really kind of enjoyed some of the architecture, just kind of looking around, seeing a lot of good stuff.
Awesome.
So I definitely recommend it. And I'm sure I will be back there again one day and tie it off really, really well.
Wish we had Iwig on. He goes out there every year and for work, and he's got plenty of stories. But we'll transition into the second reason why we're here tonight. The Burns boys are here after returning from Michigan. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah.
Tommy, you want to just kind of set it up?
I'll let Jeremy take it away. I mean, he's the reigning champion. Let's give him the floor.
No, it's so we go up once a year and we play in what's called the Man Cup, and Man stands for Michigan Amateur National, and none of us are even amateur status. So yeah, it's been something. This is our 23rd year of doing it, and started out with a bunch of high school buddies, and then college buddies and buddies of theirs, and it's kind of morphed over the years. But it's the one thing I was talking to my wife about this, I don't know, the other day. And a shout out to Justin Fink. Justin, if you listen to this, it's not lost on me how much work has to go into that to bring a ton of dudes up to a resort in Michigan and figure out the food, figure out the lodging, figure out the golf, the pairings, all of that stuff. So that's a big deal, and that's not lost on me. But yeah, we go up, and I was telling my wife, like, you have these relationships, and relationships are so important to me, like these days. I kind of took them for granted, right? I think when you're younger, you just kind of take that for granted, like, hey, my buddies, But now as we're, 48 and 50, whatever the case may be, there's a bunch of different age ranges up there. It means a lot to me. That's the only time of year I really get to see those guys that I spent, a lot of years of my life with.
Yep.
So every year when we go back, the golf is just a byproduct of kind of going back. And it's, I fly up there on Wednesday mornings now, and we go hard Wednesday. As a matter of fact, we were in a casino at 2 a.m. on Wednesday or Thursday morning, and came back and went over to the other resort where we stayed for the weekend. But yeah, the golf is just a byproduct. It's fun, little competition or whatever, but getting to see those guys and hang out with them and ask them how their kids are and yada yada, that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, we've lost a couple guys that have gone to that tournament before, and the Man Cup's even been renamed. It's a memorial trophy now for one of the guys that used to go that we've lost. So I mean, we kind of even talk about it too, like, if we don't do this once a year, the likelihood of us just seeing each other as the years go by at funerals is going to be greater and greater. So we really make it a point to try to do that once a year. And it's literally when I leave there and we do the goodbyes on Sunday morning, it's see you next year. See you next year. 'Cause most of these guys we're not seeing any time outside of that.
No kidding. And these were all buddies of yours from growing up.
So they were all the guys that started doing it were Jeremy and his buddies that he graduated with. And then they probably didn't have enough friends, so they needed to start inviting people like me.
Sucks playing with the same foursome.
Yeah, so they needed to expand. And maybe about 12, 13 years ago, somewhere around there, I got the invite, and I must have done something right because
We were desperate to find a 24th. We were in need.
Did you have to fill his gas tank all the time?
I probably had to pay for him that year too.
Yeah, they needed more high handicap players up there at that time.
Did you say 12 or 13 years ago?
Yeah, I mean,
Damn, you guys have been at this a while.
23
years.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I've been doing it for about 12 or 13.
How many times have you won it?
Yeah, I can't count how
I
many.
can count for
Two.
you. It's two, and the first one he won it with me.
Okay. Awesome.
Had to throw that in there, huh?
So you helped him with that too, Jeremy.
Just getting jabbed over here.
Did you guys fly up there together?
No, Tommy drove. He went up a little bit early, and I used to make that drive every year for it, just because I like to have my truck. I like to have my stuff.
15 hours, 13 hours.
Holy shit! It's all of 15 to get up to where we go, and then I would always get up in the morning and drive straight back from there. So it's after 4 days of basically northern Michigan, Vegas. You're getting in a car and going 15 straight back, or 16 probably at that point, but I can't do it anymore, so I fly.
Well, you used to go up there and pop in somewhere and play music, right? Like the night before the tournament, like kind of get some of the guys together, right?
Yeah, we'd have like a little get together. My buddy owns a bar in like our hometown. I'd go up there and play music, and a bunch of people would come to the bar, and that got to be a thing as we got older too. It's like, boy, this was supposed to be an easy night before the hard nights, and then it always got us off to a rough start. I remember Tommy was with me one year, and we were hammered drunk, and we had to load the clubs in the car and go to the gas station. Dude, we left the hatchback on a Ford Explorer wide open, flying down the road at like 7:30 in the morning. And that's when I was like, we got to rethink this.
Well, we never noticed. We stopped at a gas station. Our buddies were like, "Do you guys know the hatchback's open?" We're like, "We thought it was a little drafty in here."
When you guys go up there, do you have any moments while you're there, you two, of moving back?
Nope.
Really?
Not one single like, unless I could live there like June 15th through August 15th.
Are you guys, so that you said you guys went to Gaylord, that area, is that kind of where you guys were from, that general area?
Well, we were originally born even further up north than that.
Oh, really?
And spent some time up there before we moved down, because my mom got her master's at Michigan State. So Gaylord is right in between those two spots.
Okay.
And like, to Jeremy's point, there's probably no more beautiful place in the world, in my opinion, for about 8 weeks.
Really?
But outside of that 8 weeks, I don't want to be there.
What Jeremy said, every golf trip I go on, day one, on the way, I remind everyone in a Scottish accent, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Let's take our time, boys.
I saw Alan last night. So this is a picture of Michigan.
Dang.
And I think when people
You would think
Michigan,
they
they
think that
think
was Antigua.
Yeah, they think Detroit, right? That's the first thought that comes to mind. Run down, shitty,
Murder City.
Yeah, but man, northern Michigan is probably one of the most beautiful places on earth. And I'm not saying it because I'm from there. I could care less. But in the summertime, it is top notch, and the weather's like 80, 85. I don't think it ever got above 85 when we were there.
It was between 75 and 82 the whole time.
And no humidity, right?
Like 12%.
How about bugs? You got bugs?
Well, we had a lot in our in our townhome, we had a lot.
We had an issue there.
There was an issue on
the first night. The boys stayed up pretty late. They left the screen door open.
No.
So our little condo there had, near as I can figure, 1.7 million mosquitoes in it. You had to build a tent on your bed and crawl in so they wouldn't get to you.
Do they like
Get
Zins?
malaria.
Unreal.
Yeah, surprisingly, I woke up and there was 400,000 dead around me that had just bit me.
And heart attacks.
Yep.
I gotta ask though, why so emphatic no? I mean, because it is it just awful the rest of the 8 months
Well,
of the
it's
year?
just cold. It was great when we were younger. We played hockey every winter on the ponds, all of that. But as you get older, I want the warm season to last a little bit longer. I don't really have any desire to be cold anymore. Same reason got kind of done with Colorado after 15 years. Even though the winters aren't bad, they felt longer and longer and longer every year.
Yeah, winters for suckers.
I think if you're not a big winter sports person, being in the cold year round, or having a harsh winter is just you grow out of it. Because I'm the same way. Like, I mean, I like to ski, but like I wasn't skiing every single weekend day or snowboard or whatever. And I'll never move north of where we are now. So
That's
Yeah.
right.
You
Yeah.
get the Coloradans, like Tom knows this from living in Denver. Like, you get those people who, like, Friday afternoon, they've got their snowboard on top of their truck and they're going to the mountains every single weekend.
I did it.
If you're not like an avid, then you're just dealing with the bad part of it. My brother lives in Maine. When he moved up there, I was like, are you out of your freaking mind? And he's like, you either embrace it or you bitch all the time. And he's like, I just choose to embrace it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But his golf club closes like the week after, I think, Thanksgiving and opens up around Easter.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, like, I can't get his ass out of Maine during the summertime. Like,
So-
he's not coming.
I've got relatives, Kelly's aunt and uncle, and they live in Clinton Township, which is just outside of Detroit, over on Lake St. Clair.
Yeah.
Shout out. And they're never moving south. They are hunkered in. They love it up there. I went to Boyne, Michigan 2 summers ago.
Beautiful.
And you're driving through those lake roads and through these little lake communities and everything. And I'm like, man, I can see I love that you guys are so committed to the fact that you would never move back there.
Boyne is great. I don't think we're allowed there for Man Cup anymore.
Yep.
really?
That's one of the places we got off the list real quick.
Whoops.
Was that the fire hydrant episode?
That was not the fire hydrant episode.
Different episodes.
Different reasons for that one, but yeah, Campbell, when you said that, that's how I got down here. I used to sit with my buddies every spring, where we thought was like a fall spring, and it would be like in April, and we just had 6 months of gray, and we'd get a snowstorm and like 12 inches of snow would drop, and I'm like, this sucks, man. I'm like right back into a downward depression.
Yep.
And so we were sitting in our little watering hole, which we did like every day, happy hour, and we got like 12 inches of snow that day. Went to work, and I went in there and I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore.
Wow.
I'm freaking done. This was at like towards the end of April. And I was out like probably 2-3 weeks later. Moved to Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, same as what Tom had said, just being in Denver, you have to make specific life decisions based around the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you're growing up, your Halloween costume had to make sure that you could pivot to put your coveralls on under it. And then like when Tony and I got our first house, we mistakenly got a north-facing driveway. That was a horrible decision. You're out there on just a sheet of ice. And then, I mean, it's everything in between. When I was, a teenager, I had a 77 Silverado, lifted big tires, loved four-wheeling in the mountains. Everything was great. Snow didn't bother me. And then I started working in Castle Rock, and it's like, oh man, the gas mileage is killing me. So I went and I got a Civic instead. And that first winter, it's like, wow, I can't go anywhere.
You were in the ditch on I-25.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all you can do. So I mean, it's a different beast.
I look at it down here. Sunshine makes me happy. Warm weather makes me happy. And even I'm kind of grumpy even when we get, an inch of snow. It's like, goddamn snow. Kids love it. I like it for them. And it's gone in a day or two usually. So I think down here you get the best of, both worlds. You have the changing of the seasons, but you pretty much have warm or decent weather, all year round.
I kind of laugh all the time because when we do have like a snowstorm coming, we joke about like they close school for threat of snow. Like how many days of school have your kids missed? And it was just cloudy that day.
That's right.
Right.
Or sunny that day.
But I don't want to live somewhere that knows how to handle snow.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law is fantastic. My mother-in-law is from Charleston, and she sounds like she should be in Steel Magnolias. And she always jokes like when the Yankees make fun of people for not being able to handle the snow in the South, she's like, y'all can go back where you came from.
That's
Like, if you like it so much, go on home.
That's right.
But we just, I kind of dig it that we if it snows 6 inches, we shut down for 3 days till it melts and goes away.
That's right.
It's kind of fun. And it
Little
gives us an
driveway
opportunity.
drinking.
Yeah, a lot of driveway drinking. We did that. God, that thing last year when it was 1,000,000 degrees below zero
Oh, yeah.
and stood in Coley's
Coley-
Yeah,
Yeah,
Coley's driveway, man. That was awesome.
Pretending like we weren't freezing and dying.
I just always laugh because isn't Fargo north of Detroit by like 200 whatever, right? Like just humor me here for a second, right? And then I think that Canada is north of all of that,
Yeah.
and I know that Toronto is on the same latitude,
Ontario's actually south, like where we grew up. It goes south of where
south
we
of
grew
where
up.
you guys grew up, and Toronto's on
Yeah.
the same line as Detroit.
We used to drive
basically, but
we used to
it's like
drive
there's a
across
whole-
the bridge.
There's a whole country north of Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right.
And when I go to these places, and I always go to them. I've never been to Michigan, northern Michigan, before Thanksgiving.
Didn't you play Arcadia Bluffs one time? Wasn't that you?
No,
Oh,
no. But I've never been I've never been in Michigan later than Thanksgiving, and so I
Gotta go during the summer.
huh?
Gotta go during the summer.
I've been there. No, I've been there a
In
couple
northern
times in the
Michigan?
sun, just in Michigan in general, and it is just it's a majestic place, man. It
yeah, that's
really
nice.
is.
You know what? Just as a goof, we should do the pod. I think the only thing fun to do in wintertime up there is snowmobile. Snowmobiling is so much fun.
It is.
And it's just like you get on your sled and they have these basically highways, right? That you just get on and roll. And you just go from little town to little town, pub, tavern, end up back at your hotel or wherever you're staying. You can make a loop.
Gaylord is a snowboard
That
or a
sounds
snowmobile
amazing.
capital of the world.
That's right.
What's interesting is that usually when people make suggestions about things that we should do, Derek is the first to say, I'm in.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard him say,
It's
I'm
a
in.
little quiet down there.
That'd be cool because the last time I was on a snowmobile was when I was like 12 or 13 because my grandparents lived in New Hampshire, basically at the bottom of a mountain, and we used to go up the mountain on snowmobiles. So that'd be fun.
Fun as hell, wasn't it?
Yep.
I've never been on a snowmobile. I was in Detroit for the Super Bowl, the Seahawks and the Steelers, and there for work. And I had a ticket to the game, and I got a message on my BlackBerry, which is, hey BlackBerry, bring that typing experience back. It was amazing. It was like, hey, it's 20 below out here, and the security line's like 2.5 hours. So I'm on this sweet, really nice VIP bus. We had this driver that had been to like 20 Super Bowls in a row, but never actually been into the game. He'd always just been working. I'm like, Clayton, you want to go to the Super Bowl? He's like, man, I got stuff to do. I was like, what do you have to do? He said, I gotta clean up the bus while y'all are at the game, and then have it ready when you come back. And I was like, this bus isn't very big. Give me some Windex and some paper towels. Go to the Super Bowl. So Clayton went to the Super Bowl. And I ended up just laying on a couch watching the game by myself. I didn't have a dog in that fight, so I didn't really care about that game. But man, that was fun. I had a good time in Detroit. We've talked about there's a Joe Louis Arena story and all that stuff. But I had a good time in Detroit. But man, that's otherworldly cold. Like, I don't care how thick your drawers are, your knees are getting wind.
That's right.
Give us some Michigan history. Pop some facts on us, boys.
Well, 2 legends were born there. Let's start with that.
Burns, boys.
No, man, I don't know a ton of Michigan history. Where we grew up when I was younger was that's a huge shipping lane, right? It's the it's the limestone capital of the world where we grew up. And so, man, it was always, it's shipping, right? They're taking that limestone, they're loading it, and they're going down the Great Lakes and shipping it somewhere, right? Out the canal. So that was a lot of like, growing up, I look at it, I want to take my kids back there. I think they're old enough now where they can understand it. But like the Mackinac Bridge, like nobody understands the size of the Mackinac Bridge.
12 miles?
God dang. It's amazing. And you're like, cars have blown off that thing.
Yeah.
It's like legit. And I think, they're like, for real. There was a Yugo when I was a kid that blew off that bridge.
Jesus. A Yugo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. I just look at it like Michigan growing up there. It was a great childhood. I wouldn't change that.
It's just different from what I've experienced in other states anyway, where it's just like a series of small towns all throughout.
Yeah.
You've got your big cities, but I mean, even driving up north when we go through there, it's like I remember playing, when we played that football team and that football team and that football team. It's just a series of like all Class B schools.
Yeah.
There's a couple big schools over by Detroit, but it's just small towns.
That's awesome.
Still a ton of farming up there, man. Ton of farming.
Oh yeah.
I was
time.
shocked when we were coming
specialty stuff too, like vegetables, blueberries, horticulture, nursery. I mean, it's not just like corn, soybean, wheat. I mean, it's Michigan has a unique climate from an agricultural standpoint to where it can really produce a lot of like unique things. Sorry to like get nerdy on you guys, but
yeah.
Gotcha,
ag boy. Okay.
You know what? The soil up there, we were talking about this the other day. Down here, we try to get grass to grow, right? It's a chore. Up there, you just like
it's like chia pet.
Yeah, every spring it's like, oh, it came up great again. Like start mowing it.
Chia pet.
Yeah.
That is funny because in upstate New York where I grew up,
same thing.
Nobody ever put chemicals on a thing.
That's right.
It was just covered in snow, and then it was green.
Lush grass the next spring.
Yeah, and then it just got covered in snow again.
All right, so let's circle back. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was just going to say the red clay down here is probably one of the most annoying things.
Yeah.
Man, you need to go to Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
My backyard in Georgia was all red clay. And when we moved here, we emptied out our old house, and the guys who moved us trampled red clay on the carpet in the basement in my old house. It was like the last thing they did. So I spent the last 12 hours in that house scrubbing footprints off of Berber carpet, which is real fun. Drove up here, stood outside, and had like a conversation with our movers where I was like, look, you see that blonde lady right there? I can't save you from her if you trample anything in this house, this brand new house. You better get your game tight. And they were like, okay, got it.
So circling back on the golf performance, how would we? I mean, you won, but I mean, you were like the least worst of the worst, or what?
Hold on here. There's multiple rounds. He got one. Thursday, there's a welcome wagon, which is 4-man scramble. We used to never play on Thursdays when we got there. We would just kind of check in, stand around, drinking, looking at each other, and then we decided, well, what the hell are we doing? We're here. We might as well golf. So then we started just making a round of it on Thursday. So I did win on Thursday.
Nice, Tommy.
And then
and you haven't played a bunch this year.
No. And then on Friday we do our big team event. So it's split into two teams, which is Team Hazlitt, which is where Jeremy and I went to school, and then all the other guys that have kind of joined the group over the years form the other team. So it's usually 20. It was a smaller group this year. We had 19, but we've had as many as like 36 or something.
I think 36 or 32. Yeah.
Dang.
So this year's a little bit smaller. So it was like 10 against 9 with one extra, one team that was short a guy, and we were able to win that. And it never comes down to the very last match. Normally you see like 6 carts driving up the fairway. Everyone's like, it's over, and we just shut it down. But on this particular time, it came down to the last hole, and a miracle sand shot and a putt. They had to get up and down from the bunker, and they did. So we won that.
Who was that got up and down?
That was the commish himself.
Wait,
my team.
Was everybody around the green there?
Oh yeah.
Because there's nothing cooler than having like a clutch shot in front of all your boys sitting in their carts.
Yeah,
They're done. They got music going. They're barefoot.
that's another big
Watching y'all
mystery
play.
is when we have, the Man Cup, which is the last 18, normally every cart drives up and they park on the edge of the green. I've been watching these guys hit shots all over the place for the last couple days. But
we put our
somehow
lives at risk.
I feel
just-
confident enough to
Yeah.
park right by the green at that particular point.
Hey, somebody could show up with a snake wrapped around their arm if you're not careful.
16 beers deep, hitting your approach, and you don't know if you have a 9 or a 6 in your hand.
Is it Thursday, Friday, Saturday golf?
Yeah, so we picked the teams on Friday night. We did a little draft, and I was a captain this year,
Nice.
and I passed Jeremy up in the first round and went with the guy that made the miraculous sand shot.
That's personal.
Rightful thinking. And later that night, he comes down to the room because we were roommates, and he goes, "I'm gonna make you frickin' pay for that." And
I said a lot more than that. I told him I was pissed. You passed me up in a draft, I'm gonna make you pay for it.
Hey,
JB is the Tom Brady of this trip.
well, we've played together a lot in that final round, and we don't have a lot of hardware. So anyway, he did say he was going to make me pay, and I kind of laughed it off and like, your track record up here is not too good.
Awesome.
And so on Saturday, he won. I'll give it to him.
Well, here's the deal. I've been hampered with the draft, right? A lot of years up there, and it's a draft. Like you could get on a team where you're carrying it the whole time, right? Kind of like June 6th, right? Over there.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I'm kidding about that. But it's but it's you get out there and you get drafted or whatever, and it's like I looked at our team and I was like, oh, we've got a shot. But I was thinking, and I was talking about this. You know how there's that one guy on the PGA Tour that's like 158 on the money list, but he always finishes top 10 at the Farmers or something?
Yep.
Those courses up there are just set up for what I like to do. Hit a big old fat draw. And I don't know, I get up there. I'm a mediocre golfer everywhere else, and I get up there on a Saturday.
And you're
I didn't miss a fairway all freaking day.
wow.
Yeah, I assume there's a Calcutta or some sort. There's got to be wagering involved, or the Burns boys would not make the trip.
Well, there was a new thing that they brought out this year. There's still plenty of gambling outside of all of that. We brought out the horse racing dice game this year. So that came out. That's what got me out of bed on Saturday night.
I'm surprised they didn't come up with a moose race version up there.
One of my favorite things to do when we were up there is wake up in the morning and look at the Venmo transactions from the night before. And it was just like, you see all of my buddies paying the house and they got like a little horse on, symbol.
That's like playing left, right, center at Tom's house late night and just $3 transaction after
That's
$3
correct.
transaction.
I would look at it because I was usually up first. I'd get up and look at it and go to breakfast or whatever, and I'd be like, "Ooh, bad night for Joe."
He had 36 consecutive $8 transactions.
I had
Unbelievable.
I had a member at a club when I worked in the golf business in Atlanta. He went to Vegas one time and he was just a single, so he got paired up with this group of guys. And he goes up to the first tee. He goes, "So guys, what are we playing for?" And they're like, "I don't really like to gamble." And he's like, "Nope, I'm out." Went back to the starter and was like, "I need you to pair me with people who want to have fun. I don't play golf unless there's money involved."
Jeremy, how many of those rounds did you play with your shoes on?
He didn't even take shoes.
This is you're gonna love this because I remember this from June 6th. You said that's a different kind of lazy, right? Or that's a special kind of lazy because I didn't even bring golf shoes out there. I flew up there with no golf shoes, with no intention of wearing shoes whatsoever
On
for any
purpose.
round. So I flew up there on Wednesday. I played an extra round on Wednesday with some of my buddies. And from the first tee, I had these sandals on, kicked them off in the cart, went that whole round. The next day we went 18 holes, then 27 holes, and then 18 holes, and never wore any footwear once.
And you came back with both flip flops.
I learned
That's impressive.
I got to tuck them in the bag.
Yeah, throw them in the bag.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Yes, that's a smart
Well,
decision.
up there too, you're playing nice resort, so you're not like out at Zebulon. You're walking across roots and gravel and everything else. So that's what I was thinking.
Whoa! Don't call out Zebulon. They're a sponsor.
They are.
They're a sponsor.
Future sponsors of the pod.
Great track.
Yeah,
You're just gonna want to wear
great
shoes.
track. Just Tommy, can you confirm that he was shoeless?
The
Can you fact check?
time? The entire time.
It is so impressive.
So
I
here,
don't care.
No,
It's
no.
impressive.
Here's the thing. One, it feels amazing. There is nothing that feels better than being barefoot on a golf course.
Totally true.
But two, it actually helps me because I can't overswing.
You'll have leukemia in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's just grounding, but walking barefoot on the earth. So
yeah. There's
my hippie side.
There's been some of the resorts up there where like the ranger comes around, he's like, "Oh, we have a policy, you can't go barefoot or whatever. Chemicals in the grass," and I go, "Buddy, there's a lot of chemicals.
Yeah.
The grass is the least of my
You should have
worries."
seen the,
The grass is
cocaine.
in trouble.
You should have seen the cocaine pile in the condo. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, anything to close on there, gentlemen?
I don't think so. I'm going to win it next year, though.
All right. You're
Here's the thing. We're gonna have the cup. I'm gonna get it shipped down here. We're gonna have it on a pod,
Oh, hell yeah.
so you guys can see it.
So,
Yeah.
one thing to close. Normally, whenever the team wins the cup, everyone pours a drink in there. Did you drink a Jaeger bomb out of that? I've never seen that done.
I drank an Oberon, which is one of the finest beers ever made. Shout out Bell's Brewery. And followed that up with a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody drink a Jaeger bomb. That's a big cup for a Jaeger bomb.
that was the night I had to take that 45-minute nap that turned into 4 hours.
Yeah, just needed a little rest.
Yeah.
Needed a little rest.
That's
Love
right.
it.
Outstanding. Kyle, anything to close on? You got any recos for Vegas or any
No.
shout outs?
Man, I'm happy that Jeremy had a more productively crazy time in Upper Michigan than I did in Vegas.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like reminder to all of us, don't go to Vegas with Kyle.
No, I'm
Hey, it was just different timing.
Yeah.
I'm on a little bit of a dry stretch.
You are.
And it's
Proud of
for and so it just happened
Proud
to
of you.
coincide with a trip to Vegas. It's not like I planned it that way. It just happened to happen, and I stuck to my guns.
I like that.
Even though technically I did, they said it didn't count. I unwittingly did take a little bit of alcohol because the tiramisu at the brunch, the ladyfingers were not cooked out. So
That
it was
doesn't-
rum.
My God,
Yeah.
slap
I
yourself.
thought you were going to
right
say
there.
I unwittingly got one of those 3-foot martini glasses that are full of beer that have a strap on them down in Old Town.
or a 45 milligram seltzer by accident. Whoops.
Cool.
Outstanding. Well, one recommendation before we good pod, boys.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice work.
appreciate
Had a
it.
blast.
Burns boys
like the group.
need always need the Burns boys back on.
That's
here,
correct.
Man. You guys absolutely had great content. So, and congratulations, Jeremy, to your big victory.
Yeah, I can't wait to get the cup down here.
Yeah.
Last time I had it maybe 10 years ago.
2017.
2017. Apparently Tom knows all the stats.
Did where are you guys playing next year? Has that been decided? Is it always the same?
Well, it's who will have us back.
yeah,
it's
it's
not
usually-
like our options are limited.
There's usually a 3-week period here where we
Jeez.
don't talk to each other. Our group doesn't talk to the resort. We just give them a 5-star and hope things die down.
But as you're getting older, you guys are calming down a little bit, no?
Yeah, this was probably definitely the most calm year.
All the
I think you
mattress-
said that
all the
last year, too.
All the mattresses stayed where the mattresses should be.
Yeah. Nobody shit the bed. Nothing.
No trucks parked in weird spots.
No. I've learned my lesson there. I think we're at the age.
Have you?
You know
Have
what?
you?
I think so because like I'll go hard during the day, but I'm not going to be a 2 a.m. kind of guy. And some of those guys still are. They're up late. Well, some of them come from the West Coast anyway, so it's normal to them. But I'm just not going to stay up late. I'm a 10 p.m. max guy. these days.
Tommy's got a fifth gear.
Night one, I've got overdrive.
Yep.
Night one.
Yep.
It
Night
definitely,
3.
Are we doing the tequila and grape still out there?
Well, we didn't do it out there, but now that we're back, I still got some at home.
Nice.
Can't
Awesome.
we just call that a failed experiment and move on?
No, Derek, the space-time continuum is still a thing.
Only recommendation I've got, and if anybody has one, chime in. Kyle, you got a recommendation for Vegas? Come on. One recommendation. We're appealing to a broader audience.
Ooh, a broader audience. I'm just going to give an all-time shout-out, Spearmint Rhino.
Ooh.
Have
What,
to-
what are we recommending in Michigan, boys? Oberon beer?
Jeremy's going to say the walleye. He had it every night. up there.
If you can get a good walleye dinner up there, it's over. Top notch. Had it every night. Oberon beer, another one. It's a seasonal beer. It used to be like a holiday when it came out in March. We'd call in sick to work because we knew they were dropping Oberon.
Oh my God. I love it. Any?
Well, I did discover something new over there in Michigan where my love for Keno started. They've got a new feature that you can do, which is called the +3. They don't have it out here yet. I promise. It was exciting. I didn't win though.
So are you talking directly to the North Carolina Lottery Association to incorporate?
He's a lobbyist.
I think I might know a guy
Perhaps,
here soon.
Maybe.
Outstanding.
Trust me,
All
we
right.
talked about it.
For the locals, my only recommendation is to check out Bruma Tacos. Used to be iToro. Place is amazing. We ate there last night. Place is really good. Great podcast tonight, fellas.
Derek, you got anything?
Derek, you've been quiet most of the day.
Yeah. Band I've been listening to hard is a band called Fontaines DC. Bunch of Irish kids. Really interesting, like some alternative, like jangly guitar Smiths feel, but also some kind of hardcore punk feel. If anybody watched the show Mobland, they did the theme song for that, and really, really good band. So check Fontaines DC out.
Fontaines DC. Jeff, get us out of here, buddy.
I'm going to see Mammoth WVH tomorrow night at the Lincoln Theater. Super stoked. It's Eddie Van Halen's kid. He does
Rock
all the
hard.
stuff on every record.
Yes.
Vocals, guitar, drums, everything, and then he tours with
Love
the band.
him.
So anyway, that's another episode 12. Appreciate y'all coming to hang. It was a good chat. Appreciate JB and Tom, Kyle being back. Let's get on out of here. Thanks, guys.
Pleasure.
For a beautiful disaster that could make me feel safe. She whispered, don't romanticize me. I whispered, I already did. Then the night closed around us like a velvet